How's it going, everyone? Taki here, back with another video. Today we're going to delve into the first of a three-part series focusing specifically on the boss mechanics for the new elite dungeon, the Shadow Reef. This first video is going to focus on the Crassian Leviathan.
I've been up, been down, twisted around, been right, but I've been wrong some.
Welcome back. This video will focus on the three attacks in the first instance of the Shadow Reef. The boss attacks don't have any official names at this time, so these are going to be the ones that I'm going to use throughout this video. Before we get going, let's take a look at the instance top down. The boss encounter takes place within a rectangle, flanked on the northern and southern sides by spawn holes for additional heads that can attack during the fight. I will refer to these as adds going forward. There are a total of 6 holes that the adds can use throughout the fight, but no more than 4 will be used at any time. Depending on your DPS, the boss also has the ability of switching sides, which plays into a few other mechanics. In the middle of the encounter, you will also see the first boss mechanic, the Toxic Cloud. The Toxic Cloud comes into play at certain points in the fight depending on a variety of factors. If your DPS isn't high enough, the most likely time that you will have to deal with this is when you are switching sides inside the encounter. At any point in the fight when you move into the Toxic Cloud, your character will be stunned for a considerable amount of time while you take high poison damage. This can easily be countered with Anticipation or Freedom. The stun from the Toxic Cloud has KO potential in its ability to combo you with other abilities, as you can see on screen now. That being said, this mechanic shouldn't give you too much trouble as long as you are always in the right spot. This leads us into the second ability, which is the Hyper Beam. The Hyper Beam has really high KO potential on its own, but it only comes into play if you stand in the middle of the boss, most notably at the beginning of the boss encounter if you engage by running up the mid. You can avoid this attack entirely by only fighting the boss on its left or right side. This is an example of where you should stand at the beginning of the fight. You can get to these positions by walking a little and then surging down, or using a combination of surge and bladed dive. The last boss mechanic that you will have to deal with is the Slam. This mechanic is probably the strangest out of all of these at this point for a few reasons. Essentially, the boss will pick a side of the encounter and then drag his head across to the middle, dealing extremely high typeless damage. This damage can be mitigated with defensives, but it's easier to simply rotate from side to side, as you can see on screen now. Typically, after sending out an auto attack, the boss will give you a signal that he's going to attack a specific side by tilting his head in that direction. You have this time to be able to surge or bladed dive across to the other side of the arena to avoid damage. If you are caught in this attack or are too slow to leave, you will easily be comboed to death before you can make it to the other side. As it stands right now, there doesn't seem to be a set rotation that this boss follows, or even if there is one at all. It seems that the boss takes into account where it was last in the attack rotation if you die and come back. It's also important to note that this boss has the ability to attack the same side twice, which leads me to believe that his attacks may be random or flow inversely after completing a set rotation. As you can see on screen now, the boss last attacked the left side, so the left side should be safe, but he goes and attacks the left side again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this look at the boss mechanics for the first encounter in the Shadow Reef. Keep your eyes out for the following 2 videos coming soon. Thanks for watching.
Oh, that's a boss. Hey!
Wait for me, Scrubs.
Right.
Oh my god, you locked me
Oh,
out.
fuck, Jules.
What? I didn't do anything, bro. I just attacked.
Jules.
Why would you
Tell me out,
walk
tell me out,
towards
tell me out,
the
tell me out,
boss?
tell me out.
Holy crap.
I don't know. I have seen the dead something.
I've seen the dead one.
Oh, fuck!
That's the end of this one. If you liked the video, consider dropping a like below and subscribing to the channel if you aren't already. Feel free to take a look at one of the videos on screen now, and until next time, Taki out.